What's going on, everybody? It is Friday, April 25th, 2025, and I am out here on the Sippo Valley Trail. This comes off of the Congressman Ralph Regular Towpath Trail. It goes from like Massillon out to Dalton. I've biked it before. I biked it Dalton and back. I've never walked it. Actually, I'm walking like the part of the trail like back towards Massillon. Got on at Lincoln Park. But yeah, so that was part of the creek back there. The creek runs this direction. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to burp. Just ate some ice cream from Dairy Queen. But yeah, so this creek over here, good memories with this creek. I've fallen in this creek a couple times in like November, December when you shouldn't be in the creek playing. But yeah, good times. That was like back in high school because I'm not real far. Really, I mean walking distance, because we used to walk. This used to be a railroad. So, I mean, it kind of curves around now from what the railroad used to be. But yeah, this was all like rail bed. So, like back in the day, we used to walk these railroad tracks all the time because we would come off the bridges and come down here into the creek. Do a lot of fishing and stuff like that. I don't know why we were fishing, because it doesn't look like there's a damn thing in there, the fish. I wish I could remember where that area was that we fell in. We had like a tree swing, rope swing, and we had like a stick, you know, the grip, and we'd swing out over, swing back. We got the bright idea for 3 of us to be on that swing at the same time, and the rope didn't break, the rope held, but the stick snapped in half about mid-creek, and there's 3 of us, and we all 3 splashed down into the creek. And then we got out of the creek and ran home like as fast as we could so we could like start changing. We were all in sweatpants. I mean, like everything was like soaking wet. It was super heavy. I think we were all wearing like Jordans and stuff like that too. So we really thought that through. Oh, we got a pretty cool bridge coming up. I've not walked this path for a while. So kind of a cool bridge coming up. I think I'll get the camera turned around so we can kind of check out a little bit of the area around the trail. Here we go. So this creek eventually, you can see where it's coming from, that direction. Off here to my right. This was a train bridge at one point. That I remember for certain. But you can see the water's coming at us over here. It's going away. And that eventually dumps out into the Tuscarawas River. And then moving straight, this will eventually pop out at Bottoms Park. Yeah, I haven't been down here for a while. This is kind of cool. It's like a little nostalgia. I mean, it's nostalgia, but it's kind of like new at the same time because this wasn't a paved in path, you know, back when junior high and high school when we used to play down here all the time. But like the park down here, Bottoms Park, that was someplace, a lot of football, a lot of baseball games. But in the fall, that was someplace where a bunch of us kids would always get together and play football at. Got another bridge coming up, just a little bit of a smaller one. I can't remember what this one crosses. Might just be a little bit of a drainage area that drains down into that creek. Because the creek now is, sorry about that, the creek's over there through them trees. Can't really see it very well from here now. I don't remember being able to see all them houses and buildings up there before. I'm sure we could, but I just don't remember it. And it's not even May yet, so once all that stuff grows up, you probably can't see any of it. Yeah, it looks like this is just another little creek that just kind of, it's pretty dry for the most part, but it goes underneath this bridge. And it pops out, and then about, I don't know, it looks like a couple 100 feet, it ties into the main part of the other creek. Okay, so, oh, I turned the video back on just as we're coming back up to the creek. Perfect. It's almost like I knew that was going to happen. If I walked this more, or you know, like my memory was better, I would have known that to begin with. But yeah, we're almost down here to Bottoms Park, so that's kind of why I started filming again. Yeah, I really don't remember the creek running this close to. I feel like we'd have been in that stupid creek every day. All right, so here's Bottoms Park. So there's one baseball field that's not well maintained. Looks like a second one back there that hasn't been very well maintained. That's a shame. It really is. I think there was 4 fields down here at one point. Let's check the creek out a little bit. Let's turn the camera back around. There we go. Love it. It's been kind of a rainy day, so a little more current in there than probably what it's used to seeing. Very cool. Very, very cool. Kind of miss this neighborhood. All right, so yeah, you guys can see what I was talking about. A couple of ball fields down there that haven't been maintaining very well. Those weren't there when I was a kid. Those were added at some point and never really taken care of. Now, that field you can see out there with the nice brown dirt that's been all nice and disced up and maintained, that field's been there for as long as I can possibly remember. And I lived in this neighborhood when I was like 5-6 years old. So, I mean, we're talking a baseball field that's 40 years old, at least. So really, there's never been much. I mean, other than this baseball field, they did put a pavilion down here. I guess I kind of remember that. That was after I had graduated and moved, but I do kind of remember that pavilion getting put down here. But really, that's all that's ever been down here is just the field, the baseball field, this curvy road that comes down to it. That pavilion was here, you know, kind of like I said, as I was getting out of school. Sippo Valley Trail, there we go. So I did have the name right. I thought so. I didn't look at any signage before I jumped on. But Sippo Valley Trail from Stark Parks. So, continuing on, goes down here past a couple of businesses and pops out the other side of this neighborhood. And at that point, it like curves around. You actually have to go on the road to get onto the main trail. Like, you kind of have to go up to like Lincoln Way, which you see them buildings way up there, kind of like on a horizon. That's like part of Lincoln Way, so it's really not that bad. Curves around, jump up there, and then you can get back on the towpath and head south or head north. North goes towards Ernie's Bicycle Shop, I think is the next trailhead that direction. Then we'll go down here into the park, just because I haven't been here in so many years. It's kind of cool. So yes, like this concrete area here, this got built, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years after I graduated high school. This was a skate park, and obviously the city's had other plans since then, and they took it out. So all that concrete that they poured just pretty much went to waste. Looks like they've recently put new asphalt coming down to the park. It's kind of a weird place for a fire hydrant, but I guess you do have the pavilion, so it's not like stupid to have it down here. especially in a neighborhood where there's a lot of kids that could be out here. But really, that building's not big enough that I think the city has 500 gallons per truck, 4 stations, so they're going to get water here pretty quick. So really, it kind of doesn't make sense to have that fire hydrant there. But yeah, so we just got a couple big fields out here. Got the baseball field. These used to be like little trails that kind of went up into, like, I guess when I was little, all these little hills around this just felt so much bigger. Like the name Bottoms just come from, it kind of fell into, like you can see we're in like an elevated area where the train tracks used to be, and then it's surrounded by hills the rest of the way around it. So it's really just like a big bowl, low-lying area. So that's kind of where it got its name as Bottoms Park. Coming back up on the creek again. So back at Lincoln Park, and you can see, put a new pavilion in, some restrooms and stuff, but up that hill right there, so now there's like a drive that cuts through it, and there's like some baseball fields and stuff up that way. But it used to not be like that. It was all woods, and we used to sled ride through them trees. So one day there's 3 of us on this sled, and you can see kind of like at the end here, it like drops a little bit. So it's kind of like some natural ramps. So we come down that hill and we hit that ramp. The sled goes out one direction and the 3 of us keep going, and everybody comes down on top of me. Like I thought I broke my tailbone. I really did. I was in so much pain. This is an incredible amount of pain. And of course, my friends, you know, they all landed on top of me, so they're fine and they're laughing. They thought it was the funniest thing they'd ever seen in their lives. But yeah, it's just another good time of just kids being kids down this area. There's a lot of good memories down here. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end this video kind of like, you know, I'm back at Lincoln Park, so back to my vehicle. So if you like this, please leave a big thumbs up for me. I appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time.